Hi, my name is Chloe. Today we will be discussing, is the future of retailing more virtual than store based? When I first selected this topic to present, I was pretty set on pursuing the idea that the future of retail was going to be more virtual. But after extensive research and critical thinking, my views have now been changed. Let's look now at brick and mortar retailing. Within recent times, the Australian retail industry has been reconstructed. This is due to the online retailing competition, who are now shown as more appealing to online consumers. Brick and mortar retailers are now changing their views of many factors within the retailing world, mainly to entice consumers. This is shown by retailers generating business within in store purchases. The Australian Productivity Commission has identified retail businesses as a large contribution towards economy and employment within Australia. A report from the Productivity Commission in 2014 has reported that, whether based in Australia or elsewhere, the retail landscape is changing, which is intensifying competitive pressure on many retailers and compelling them to focus on how they do business. The ongoing development of e commerce, in particular, is driving changes in consumer behaviour and expectations, while at the same time creating opportunities for businesses to alter their cost structure and reach more market segments. Australian retail consumers have a variety of retailing levels to pick and choose from. These include department stores, specialty stores, supermarkets, pharmacies, convenience stores, discount stores, outlets, used goods stores, and restaurants, which are just a few levels consumers have access to within the Australian retailing market. Each of these levels offer different services to consumers, which are self service, limited service, and full service, each targeting different markets. Brick and mortar retailing businesses within Australia are required to offer these seven different elements: price, place, which is the location of the product and the hours of the store, promotion, which is the marketing of the product, which is the variety of product offered, presentation, which is the layout of the store or the presentation of stock, and personnel, which is the customer service, in order to attract consumers to stores. At the moment, there are many factors retail consumers need to apply prior to purchasing from a retailer. These may be the amount of time and effort the consumer needs into searching the mall for a specific product. Consumers need to apply a decision making process in regards to price, promotion, and other factors which can contribute towards a sale. Also, previous retailing experience, word of mouth, and convenience of walking out of the store with the product are some contributing factors towards purchases. We will first look at my first case study, Westfield Group. However, Scentre Group are owners and operators of Westfield shopping malls within Australia and New Zealand. Westfield own just over 40 malls within Australia and New Zealand and generate just over 40 billion last financial year. Scentre Group is focused on the integration of food, fashion, leisure, entertainment experiences in each of its shopping centres to curate a retail environment that connects shoppers with the retailers, goods and services that will also resonate with the local community. The development pipeline within Westfield Group is captivating to Australian and New Zealand retail consumers. Earlier this year, Scentre Group has announced that they will be investing $3 billion into store refurbishment within Australia and New Zealand malls. These refurbishments will be introduced to compete with the online retailing market, offering brick and mortar consumers a large variety of stores and ranges within one place. Westfield Group also will be providing free Wi Fi to shoppers within malls, providing a new to market offering in regards to mall shopping. My second case study is a major department store within the Australian market, David Jones. Recently, the David Jones empire has been reconfigured. David Jones have recently announced their new target markets are defined as older generations. This is shown by David Jones now creating an influence on customer relations, allowing more staff to be employed within stores, offering more face to face service, and offering as a full service department store. With the reconstruction, David Jones' in house branding is now smaller and concise, releasing branding also specifically targeting younger generations, making these brands more affordable and competing with the likes of international European brands such as Topshop and H&M. David Jones has also announced a loyalty program that is being built in the pipeline, enticing customers to purchase from store locations. According to the Arcadis Retail Operation Index, Australia is the 11th most attractive location in the world for retailers to operate. This research can be shown in the Australian market with the introduction to international brands. These brands include the introduction of Swedish apparel brand H&M, British retail apparel brand Topshop, and the launch into the American retail market, which is specifically targeted at younger generations, Forever 21 and Sephora. The installation of these international brands into the Australian retail market definitely has Aussie consumers excited for the future of the Australian retailing culture. Online retailing has become appealing to consumers by offering a large array of available product at a convenient location. Some online retailers offer 24/7 customer service. These factors are also appealing to Australians who lead busy lifestyles and also consumers who are wanting variety. However, online retailing does have some bugs that may deter consumers from purchasing from from an online retailer. These could be the trust of providing secure card transactions, and online retailers need to gain recognition by online consumers by providing a safe transaction process to attract consumers. Trust and loyalty of the online business is also required by the consumer to feel confident in purchasing off the supplier, as well as the quality of the product and the returns policy. With the Australian Government announced Goods and Services Tax, also known as GST, to be inclusive of online retail sales in 2016, will have a large impact of online retailing. I've compiled a SWOT analysis for brick and mortar retailers. The strengths that entice consumers to the Australian retailing market are international retailers being introduced into the consumer market. which provides the consumer with variety and also enables consumers to always be on trend. Weaknesses for brick and mortar retailers, which are of concern, are the trading hour regulations, public holiday penalty rates, transportation of stock to and from the store, utility charges, maintenance, rent, etc. Opportunities that arise are the current reconfiguration of the retailing sector, offering more variety within store based, which is competing against the variety of stock online. The announcement of the refurbishment of some Westfield shopping malls within Australia and New Zealand also entails more shoppers, as these malls provide a one stop shop and a variety of retailers in one place. Also, the announcement of GST being introduced in 2016 for Australian consumers will be interesting to see how the online consumer market is approached. Threats that are reflected in brick and mortar retailers is the Australian dollar decline, which allows the consumption of online retailing to heighten. Also, e commerce offering 24/7 client support to consumers is also a threat. I believe because of the retail store reconfiguration, that access to more face to face customer service, also the access to international brands within the Australian retail market, I believe that the brick and mortar retailers will still remain popular and the preferred choice of retailing to consumers.